8 behaviors of adult ADHD you need to know. Hey everyone, welcome back to Psych Circles. Let's talk about something super important today, adult ADHD. Have you ever felt like you're constantly juggling tasks, but never quite finishing them? Or maybe you find yourself hyper-focused on a project, only to lose track of time completely. These could actually be signs of adult ADHD or attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder. We often think of ADHD as something that only affects kids, but the truth is, it can persist into adulthood, bringing with it a unique set of challenges. In this video, we'll explore 8 common behaviors associated with adult ADHD, helping you understand the signs and how to manage them effectively. If you find this content helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insights on mental health and neurodevelopmental disorders. Let's get started. Before we dive in, did you know that many adults with ADHD often go undiagnosed? This can lead to years of frustration and confusion, feeling like something's just off. If you've ever wondered why you struggle with focus, organization, or impulsivity, this video might have the answers you've been looking for. Stay tuned to discover the 8 behaviors that could reveal if you or someone you know has adult ADHD. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. One of the hallmarks of adult ADHD is difficulty staying focused and paying attention, especially with less stimulating tasks. This can manifest in several ways. Easily distracted by every little sound or movement. Classic sign, procrastination is another big one. You know you need to get something done but can't muster the motivation. It's like your brain is fighting against you. And then there's forgetfulness. You walk into a room and forget why you went in, or miss appointments because they slipped your mind. These challenges can be incredibly frustrating and impact daily life. Remember, it's not about willpower or laziness. ADHD affects the brain's executive functions, responsible for attention, planning, and impulse control. ADHD isn't just about inattention, there's also hyperfocus. Hyperfocus is intense, almost obsessive focus on one task. You might lose track of time, ignore hunger, and tune out the world. While productive, hyperfocus can also lead to neglecting responsibilities. Balancing hyperfocus is key for managing ADHD effectively. Recognize it, take breaks, and harness it healthily. Let's talk about organization and time management, 2 areas where adults with ADHD often face significant challenges. Their living or working spaces might be cluttered with piles of papers, unfinished projects, and misplaced items. Planning ahead can feel like an insurmountable task, and deadlines often creep up on them, leading to last-minute scrambling and increased stress. This struggle with time management can also manifest as what's called time blindness, where they have difficulty accurately perceiving the passage of time. Imagine this. You walk into someone's home office and it's like a hurricane hit. Papers everywhere, coffee mugs scattered about, and a general sense of chaos. This isn't necessarily because they're messy people, but rather, their brains have a hard time with organization. Then there's the planning aspect. They might struggle to break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, leading to overwhelm and procrastination. And let's not forget about time blindness. It's like their internal clock is a bit wonky. They might underestimate how long a task will take or completely lose track of time when they're engrossed in something. This can lead to missed appointments, running late, and a constant feeling of being rushed. Chapter 4. Impulsivity. Acting without thinking. Impulsivity is another common behavior associated with adult ADHD. This can manifest in several ways and can sometimes lead to problematic behaviors. For example, someone with ADHD might struggle with impulse spending, making purchases they later regret because they didn't take the time to consider the consequences. Interrupting others during conversations is another common sign of impulsivity. They might blurt out thoughts or comments without realizing they're interrupting or monopolizing the conversation. And in some cases, impulsivity can lead to riskier behaviors like reckless driving, substance abuse, or engaging in dangerous activities without fully considering the potential consequences. Let's delve a little deeper into this. Imagine you're at the checkout line and you see a display of tempting snacks. Suddenly you're grabbing a candy bar or a bag of chips without even thinking about it. That's impulse buying in action. Or picture this, you're in a meeting and someone is sharing an idea. You have a thought pop into your head and without even realizing it, you blurt it out, interrupting the speaker. This can be incredibly frustrating for others and can strain relationships over time. And then there's the more serious side of impulsivity. This might involve engaging in risky behaviors like gambling, substance use, or driving recklessly. These impulsive actions can have serious consequences and often stem from a difficulty thinking through the long-term effects of their choices. Emotional dysregulation riding the roller coaster. Living with adult ADHD often means experiencing a heightened emotional roller coaster. Emotional dysregulation is a common challenge, making it difficult to manage and regulate emotions effectively. Mood swings can be frequent and intense, shifting rapidly from happy to sad, frustrated to angry, often with seemingly little provocation. Frustration tolerance tends to be low, leading to impatience, irritability, and even outbursts of anger in situations that others might find mildly annoying. Sensitivity to criticism is another hallmark of emotional dysregulation in ADHD. Even constructive feedback can be perceived as a personal attack, leading to feelings of inadequacy, shame, or defensiveness. Let's paint a picture of what this might look like. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, something that might be a minor inconvenience for most people. But for someone with ADHD and emotional dysregulation, this can trigger intense frustration, leading to angry outbursts, honking the horn, or even aggressive driving. Or picture this: you receive some feedback on a project at work. While the feedback is intended to be helpful, it's taken very personally, leading to feelings of being attacked or criticized, even if the feedback was delivered constructively. This heightened emotional sensitivity can make it challenging to navigate everyday situations. It's like their emotions are amplified and they haven't quite developed the internal volume control to manage them effectively. This can lead to misunderstandings, conflicts in relationships, and difficulty coping with stress. Chapter 6. Difficulty starting tasks. The procrastination trap. For many adults with ADHD, the biggest hurdle isn't necessarily doing the task itself, but actually starting it. Initiating tasks can feel like an uphill battle, often leading to procrastination, overwhelm, and a lack of motivation. They might find themselves staring at a blank page, unable to even begin writing that report, or putting off chores until the last minute, even though they know it'll only create more stress later on. This difficulty starting tasks often stems from a combination of factors, including executive function challenges, fear of failure, and a tendency to feel overwhelmed by the details. Imagine this: you have a big project due at work. You know you need to get started, but the thought of tackling such a large task feels paralyzing. So you procrastinate, telling yourself you'll do it tomorrow. Or picture this: you need to clean your house. But as you look around at the clutter, you feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of work involved. So you decide to watch just one episode of your favorite show before you start, which turns into 2, then 3. And the cleaning never gets done. This procrastination trap can be incredibly frustrating and can lead to a cycle of guilt, shame, and further procrastination. It's important to remember that it's not about laziness. It's often a symptom of the underlying neurological differences associated with ADHD. Chapter 7. Relationship problems. Navigating the social maze. The symptoms of ADHD can significantly impact personal and professional relationships, leading to misunderstandings, conflicts, and feelings of frustration for both individuals involved. Communication issues are common, as individuals with ADHD might struggle with interrupting, going off on tangents, or missing social cues, leading to misinterpretations and hurt feelings. Neglecting responsibilities is another challenge. They might forget important dates, double book appointments, or fail to follow through on promises, leaving their loved ones feeling disappointed or resentful. Emotional outbursts, a common symptom of emotional dysregulation in ADHD, can also create friction in relationships. Imagine this: you're having a conversation with your partner and they keep interrupting you, eager to share their thoughts. While they don't mean to be rude, this constant interruption can make you feel unheard and unimportant. Or picture this: you've made plans with friends, but at the last minute, your partner with ADHD double books with another commitment, forgetting about your prior arrangement. This can lead to feelings of resentment and make you question their reliability. And then there are the emotional outbursts. A seemingly insignificant comment or event might trigger an overreaction, leading to arguments or hurt feelings. It's important to remember that these outbursts are often a symptom of the disorder, not a reflection of their true feelings towards their loved ones. Chapter 8. Sleep problems, tossing and turning. Sleep problems are incredibly common in adults with ADHD, contributing to overall difficulty in functioning throughout the day. Insomnia, or difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep, is a frequent complaint. They might lie in bed for hours, their minds racing with thoughts, unable to quiet down and drift off. Irregular sleep patterns are also common, with individuals going to bed and waking up at different times each day, disrupting their natural sleep-wake cycle. And even when they do manage to fall asleep, their sleep might be restless and disturbed, filled with vivid dreams or nightmares, leaving them feeling exhausted even after a full night's rest. Imagine this, it's 3 a.m. and you're staring at the ceiling, your mind buzzing with thoughts about work, chores, that embarrassing thing you said 5 years ago, everything but sleep. This is the reality for many adults with ADHD who struggle with insomnia. Then there's the inconsistency of it all. One night they might crash at 9 p.m., only to find themselves wide awake at 2 a.m., unable to fall back asleep. The next night, they might toss and turn for hours before finally drifting off, only to sleep through their alarm and wake up feeling groggy and disoriented. And even when they do manage to get a decent amount of sleep, it's often restless and fragmented. They might wake up multiple times during the night or experience vivid dreams that leave them feeling drained and exhausted in the morning. Outro: finding support and thriving with adult ADHD. Recognizing and understanding the behaviors associated with adult ADHD is the first step towards effective management and an improved quality of life. Remember, ADHD is not a personal failing, it's a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects millions of adults worldwide. By implementing strategies such as medication, behavioral therapy, organizational tools, and healthy lifestyle choices, individuals with ADHD can better manage their symptoms and lead fulfilling lives. If you resonate with any of the behaviors discussed in this video, consider reaching out to a mental health professional for a proper evaluation and personalized guidance. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more content on mental health.